Yeah, so you might be able to see my breath right now. I'm with one of my great friends, Josh Stevens, AKA what they call you?
Rooster.
Yeah, baby. We're out here on Lake and anyways, hopefully gonna go whack them today. I did a pre-video of like what I'd have rigged on, but doubt I'm gonna get a topwater bite. It is cold. We are high in the mountains. It's almost May, currently 32 degrees, but you got a feeling?
Oh yeah.
You got a feeling. I got a feeling. Eric's got a feeling. They live here. We're gonna figure them out. So we're gonna take the whole day away. See if we can't put some hammers in the boat. Stick with us. At least this isn't the sketchiest thing we've ever done. Chatterbaits, spinnerbaits, jigs.
I'm gonna fall in and I can't swim. I just throw that old junk right there.
Oh yes!
How deep is it right here?
8 foot.
8?
Yep. I'm gonna change my graph. Check this out. Come here, come here. This Panoptics is so sick. Those are fish right out in front of us right now, swimming. Look, right out here. So that's 25 foot out in front of the boat, 50 foot out in front of the boat, 10 foot of water. So we can cast that and literally see our lures go down to them. Two big ones! You said this place just filled with fish, right?
Oh yeah, there's fish all in this. I've come up here and had 100 fish days.
A chatterbait is one of those techniques to me that I'm just addicted to because I love the bite. You know, it's just like and then just kind of mushes up.
Yeah.
I just love it.
Well, in that certain someplace where the big smallmouth come from, that's exactly how that was. I was just reeling it and the tip of my rod would, and then it just, and I was like, what? Do I set the hook or do I just pull? So I kind of done like a, I don't know, a Randall Tharp hook set, and just, when I done that, it looked like a green tarpon.
Check this out. So why I love Gamakatsu hooks, they've got this magic eye. It's got a pinched into it, so you can literally take it and just, it splits the split ring for you. And then just like that, you don't need split ring pliers, you don't need anything. Just like that's one. Right there, just it splits that O-ring. Just like that, rigged up. But seriously, comment if you know what that is. Say yeah, it's a bladed jig. Brand discontinued. They're actually not even legally allowed to sell in America.
I know the trailer. I'd probably say it wrong, but
what are you gonna say? How you pronounce it?
it's a Gary Yamamoto. Those things are cold like steel. Really.
They like the rattle trap this morning. There's big ones in here. I know there's big ones in here. Golly, look at that. I mean, I'm talking about got every dang hook.
That's money.
Concussed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big one of the day so far. Did you just call that? He's an animal.
I told you there'd be one laying out there if I'd have been a fish. Of course, if I was a fish, I'd probably be somewhere where it's summer in 75. I'd be a marlin or something where the water never gets. You have caught more, but I think I just put the
You did.
big bass
You
in
did. You did. You got big fish so far. I ain't tripping.
There ain't no reason to trip because you'll fall off in the water and get cold.
I saw what you did there. You called that too, which I was pretty impressed by.
Well, I was about
Just now?
yeah. Crickets are singing and lightning bugs are floating in the blue. I can't swim, and he's making them sudden movements.
Oh my gosh. That's what it is out there. Look at the size of that brim that come and eat that mega bass.
I told you there was some big ones in here. Or, you know, I told you that, you know, the other day there was some big brim in here. Put that sucker in a live well and get out there by the dam, put a big old circle hook through his back, let him swim around.
I think I can thumb him. Look at that, dude. That's a dang mega brim on the mega bass. I'm gonna rename this jerk bait.
That's the jerk crank.
The old jerk crank. I saw a giant school out there on Panoptics. Casted a jerk bait through it because I wanted to see what it was. I figured one of them would come up and touch it.
They come up and touched it.
They came up and touched it.
With all of his body.
Big old panfish. Oh shoot, I'd say they'll eat a dang chatterbait. They're gonna eat one. They're gonna eat one. If they eat a rattle trap, they'll eat a chatterbait. The problem is, not really a problem, good problem, is a chatterbait is a big fish bait. It moves so much water and has such a distinct vibration where I think any fish can kind of latch on to a lipless. This chatterbait, it catches big ones. Chickamauga, 5 minutes left in that tournament. 5 minutes before I had to go in. Weather picked up, or the wind picked up, cloud cover rolled in. I threw that thing out across a grass flat, 7.5 pounder. It's like the 7th or 8th biggest fish of the tournament. But you don't catch, it depends, you know, on grass lakes. In the mountains, we don't catch a lot of fish on a chatterbait. If we catch them on a chatterbait, it's usually around docks. But we've got watercolor today just from all that rain that came in. The water's cooled down. I like a chatterbait in probably 50 to 65 degree water. But that's actually a custom tied jackhammer right there. Spent some time in the shop. Kind of looks like a bluegill, kind of looks like a crawdad. I don't think they know what it is. I think they just want it. What are you throwing?
Juice.
Okay. I'll tell you a technique that I really like to do when I find fish grouped up this time of the year is yo-yoing this thing. And what I mean by that is I'm gonna let that rattle trap hit the bottom and then I'm gonna pick it up and then let it fall. And most times those fish are gonna hit it on the fall. It's just how they feed, it's instinct or something. But they very rarely will hit that bait. I mean, they hit it, of course, when you're reeling it in, it's deflecting off stuff. But when you're yo-yoing this thing, it's almost acting like a big flutter spoon falling. But a lot of times, if you want to see what the heck some fish are on the bottom, or the size of some fish, or, I mean, you let that thing fall, sometimes you can bust them. All right, so I switched to a mega bass +1 in the brim. I catch a lot of fish on this bait, but the deal is this lake doesn't have shad in it. It just, brim is their main food source. I've noticed these fish are suspended in about 10 foot of water on the Panoptics. So I figured it'd just be a good little switch. Which, by the way, on the video of Go To Lures, new lake in the spring, I didn't mention this one. I figured, like I said, I thought the water would be warmer. But this is definitely a go-to. Let's catch a couple on it. Look at the line swimming real slow. He had it for about 4 years. We're gonna catch 100. And I have no shame in it. You know why? Because very rarely do I just get to go fun fishing? This is fantastic.
Nah, this is just.
Oh, big.
That will be a big fish one day.
God, look how pale they are.
How come?
Because the water color, and they're probably coming out of deep water because it's been Chile.
I mean, they did hold the Skeeter National Championship.
Oh!
A little good fish.
Uh-oh. Story time. We opened up the store 4 years ago. Dreamcatcher's Fish and Supply. I started my business as Dreamcatcher Guides in college, and then saw a desperate need for a good tackle shop, like high-end stuff for bass fishermen, run by bass fishermen. So we're getting the store ready, and we're just, Dad and I are working every day, stocking it and stuff. Well, this fella comes around, named
Rooster.
Rooster, the old stud McGruff over here, and Rooster was helping us a ton with the store. Now we were super just lean, just trying not to spend a lot of money, and Rooster would help us, so we'd pay him with product. We'd pay him with product, and which I think you were cool with, right?
Oh yeah.
Well, I don't know, I don't think you had a job at the time. Rooster and I got real close, hanging out. We were going to church together, and just honestly just getting real close. I even remember the text you sent me. You were like, man, I feel like your family. You remember that? And anyways, Rooster come up in some hard times, and I think he wanted money. I want to say maybe like $300 is what it was. And as like collateral, because I think we'd been helping him financially with some stuff here and there. Did you just break off?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Was it old biggin', you think? So, dang, that stinks. So, come up in hard times, and he needed like $300, so we gave him $300, and let's see, he gave us a fly desk, like a fly tying desk, where he'd tie flies and stuff. And anyways, we had it in the shop, and we were using it to feather hooks and stuff. And from what our agreement was, we thought that we were allowed to use it because we'd been feathering hooks before. He actually would feather hooks a lot in the store for us, for guys that came in and want custom hooks on their top waters and their swim baits and stuff. But we ended up, he said he'd pay us back $50. Was it a week or a month? A week. And first couple weeks, $50, no problem. And then we didn't see Rooster for a while. And then we ended up, he came in one day and wanted his fly desk back, and I was like, well, we want our money. And anyways, it was just a big fiasco. Anyways, we kind of kicked him out of the store. Not kind of, I mean, we kicked him out. He reached back out to a police officer, wanted to come by and apologize. Rooster came by, said sorry, we were buddy again. And then, it just kind of kept happening like that, where he'd get mad, and then we'd get mad. And anyways, one day he was in there, and he kept talking, and I was like, I was not having it. I was in a bad mood or something. And anyways, I said, Rooster, I'm gonna call the cops. You remember what you said? He said, I've been to prison and I ain't scared of the cops. And anyways, the rest was history. I honestly just commenced to whooping his tail. And yeah. Was that accurate? Show them.
Once again, this is my shop.
So I knocked out 3 of his teeth. Now listen to this.
Roots and all.
This is crazy right here. We're going somewhere. So I'm feeling like I'm a Christian, very outspoken Christian. I love Jesus, and I'm like really tore up because I never thought ever in my life, like I haven't been in a fight since I've surrendered my life to Jesus. Well, that night I got to get surgery on my hand. That's what that scar's from, right there. You ever see that scar?
Mm-mm.
Nasty scar, dude. That's from your teeth. Nasty scar on my middle finger there. But I'm about to go get surgery, and my devotion on my phone, my little YouVersion is what it's called. It's a Bible app. It came up and said, you haven't done your devotion for the day. You are setting the hook way too hard, or you need new line, dude, because that fish was running with it. What in the world?
I don't need new line.
Golly, loosen up your drag. Maybe those are big fish. So I read my devotion, and it's Psalms chapter 3, and at the end, or it's Psalm 3. Dude, oh my gosh. That ain't what you had. I saw your deal it was Psalm 3. And David says, salvation belongs to you, Lord. You gnash the teeth. Or I'm sorry, it says, you are my fortress and my refuge. You gnash the teeth of the wicked and you strike the enemy on their cheek. Salvation belongs to you, Lord. This was literally the night that we had gotten in a fight. And I just couldn't, I was like, what in the...
You got some food?
Yeah, I do. Right here in right where that mega bass is. That one. Yep. So literally that night, we had just gotten in the fight. I literally hit him, like knocked out 3 of his teeth. And it might be up here in this top one. I know I've got it, 10 or 12 pound. But it said, you are my refuge and my fortress. You gnash the teeth of the wicked. You strike them on the cheek. Salvation belongs to you, Lord. And just crazy, like super coincidental. And like I said, I was really battling. Well, I ended up getting charged, or I get arrested on felony assault charges shortly thereafter. And because I knocked out 3 of his teeth. Even though it was in my store and everything, which I was like, what the heck, you know? But we ended up going to court, and it got continued, and just typical court jargon stuff. Well, he comes up to me after, what was it, the second time we were in court? Third. And he comes up to me and he goes, hey man, I want to talk to you. And I was like, you know, did I not want to talk? Well, I just didn't know what was going to happen.
You didn't know what I was going to do.
That's right. And he goes, hey man, I just want to tell you that I'm sorry for how I acted in your store. And it was crazy, but he said, thank you. Didn't you say thank you for whooping me because I needed it? Something like that. It was literally, but this was really, what was really cool is Josh ended up surrendering his life to Christ, I guess, shortly in that time period. And, you know, it's so interesting, even the progression of our relationship, you know, because I think so many times in our life we question like, wow, why did something happen? Or I'm really preaching to myself right now, but why did something happen? Or why did I have to go through something like this? And all that ended up, Rooster got back in his son's life. He got a great job. I mean, he's really turned his life around. I'm really proud of him to this day for that. And, you know, he'll tell you, shoot, he ain't perfect. And I'll tell you, I ain't perfect. We're both broken people in desperate need of a savior. And, you know, it's just kind of crazy. I think about, in 1 Corinthians, Paul talks about having the ministry of reconciliation. And that word reconciliation or reconcile means to bring back into harmony. And, you know, it's just cool. Like, Rooster was one of the first customers we ever had at the store. He was like a big helper at the store. And then, you know, now we're here, shoot, 4 years later, freezing. But crazy story. You know, just one that's just like, you just can't make, I feel like you just can't make something like that up. And I care a ton about this guy, and thankful for his friendship and support of our store. And, you know, it's just crazy, only a God thing. So the whole story, I mean, you can't make that up. So that's like true Hollywood stories, Dave Chappelle. I'm like, that's true.
Ain't got nothing on that.
I know, I'm like, you can't make that up. So anyways, that's the story. Now we're out here in 33-degree weather, freezing. Can't feel my hands. Try to catch fish.
Like I said, I don't remember getting in the Bronco. And then, you got a bleep button on there, then the police calls me and says, hey, I need you to come get your teeth. No, hell no, you're bringing them to me. I'm not going nowhere. You don't understand, like,
It was bad.
I just had the hell knocked out of me several times, and I have 3 of my chompers gone, like roots and all. So I was probably, well, I've had my partial now for probably 2 years.
Where'd you get that done at?
Affordable dentures.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
You don't even notice. They look like your real teeth.
and
See, smile. They look like your real teeth.
you would know. He'll remember them teeth long after I'm gone. Look at his hands every time.
Oh yeah, I think about it every time I look at. I mean, every time I look at my hand, I think about that scar. It's crazy.
Did it hurt?
In the moment, no, because I was so hyped up on adrenaline. You know, it hurt like hell because I got a super bad infection from landing that sweet left hook on your jaw. I ended up getting a terrible infection. That's why I was sitting in the hospital getting surgery that night, man, because my freaking hand blew up like a balloon in about 2 hours. It was crazy. It looked like a, you know when you take a doctor's glove and blow up it? Man, my hand was like that fat. Crazy. Look at the line swimming. Look at this. I'm gonna set the hook right under the boat. Look at him. Where you going, hero? Big hook set. Boom!
It's got a little color to it.
Yeah, get a little better too. That was hilarious. I've never had one talk back like that.
I ain't never had nobody talk to him either.
Oh, biggin! Oh, dude. Hey.
That's the key, just
Slaunch donkey. Get the net.
Oh, big one. There he is. On the chatter.
Well, there's your 800. It was probably 6 years.
Remember what I said? The chatterbait catches giants. I mean, I'm just creeping that thing. Oh, biggin?
I ain't catching fish because they ain't been biting.
You might want to tighten your drag after that.
I had him all kind of excited.
Who, me? Or him? Because you had me excited when I heard that drag.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That's a better one for today. That's a better one. This one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there he is. Oh, I have him. I still got him. First cast, picking it back up. Giant, baby.
This is 7.5 to 1. They like that color.
Sometimes you just gotta hold it way, way out. Fits right in the palm of my hand. I actually throw a lot of lures bigger than him.
I've got one tied on that's just about as big as him. You like to talk to Hero Mirio?
Yeah, that's my guy. Oh, Hill. All my Japanese
That's
guys.
a good fish. That's a big fish.
Who was that? All right. Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in, watching this. Man, what a fun day. Absolutely frigid morning and wind's still blowing a little bit, but we had a blast. Hey, do me a favor, subscribe in the bottom right-hand corner to our page for more awesome stories like our story, more fun fishing videos, tips and techniques, how to catch some fish. See you guys, have a great day.